Well then, people, and welcome back to the Just Joe Football Show for your second video of the day, and a video I didn't envisage I would ever be dropping in a million years. Listen, make sure you watch the midweek fix, make sure you check out my previous video, and before we get into this juicy topic, please smash a like, get your comments in, hit the notification bell, and of course, subscribe to the channel. So we're going to speak about Juan Mata. Yes, Mata has been a free agent since leaving that team from across the Pennines this summer. Been pretty inactive. Apparently his representatives are chasing a lucrative move. Let's not forget he just made 12 appearances last season for Manchester United, 4 of those being starts. So you can understand straight away the issues with the inactivity there. And there's no surprise that Manchester United did release him this summer with upwards of like 100 grand a week. Look, this has come out from Spain. There is interest in Mata's signature. There will be a number of clubs chasing him. I would imagine from across Europe. I feel it might be a little bit of agent speak, but listen, you come for my opinion. I'm giving my opinion on this story, okay? It does have a very Victor Orta feel about it, I can't lie. When I first seen it this morning, I was like, I'm not so sure. Then a few more credible sources have mentioned it, and I'm going, right, okay, I think it might be worth chatting about, okay? Now, up until this point, the player has received no concrete offers, but the report does say, except from an English club. Now, apparently, teams in Turkey are tracking him. Besiktas and that other team that we won't talk about, apparently they've been credited with an interest, but neither have engaged in full talks yet. But it has been reported that that club in England that has inquired about Mata is Leeds United. He's 34-year-old. It goes away from everything we've been doing this summer. I believe that his wages will be astronomical. I don't think they'll be anywhere close to the 100k that he was getting previously, or 160, whatever it was. I think it's, it's a wage packet we would be willing to pay. If you look at the likes of Rodrigo and Firpo, etc., we are willing to go up to higher amounts that I believe, Juan Mata will be in around that ballpark. And it's been reported that apparently Victor Orta has spoken with Juan Manuel Mata Rodriguez, who is Mata's agent and coincidentally his father, and he's discussed the option of taking him, seeing if he's available and if he'd be up for staying in England. Obviously, he was at Chelsea previously and then Manchester United. Now, it's saying that negotiations are slow, but they are on track. He had 8.5-year stint at Old Trafford at Manchester United. I don't see there being that much of an issue with Mata because I don't think he ever felt as a Manchester United product player. I see more of a Chelsea player. I know that's a bit mad considering he spent 8 years there, but then again, we don't have great relationships with Chelsea or Manchester United, do we? Do I think Juan Mata's a good player? Yes, of course. Do I think he's too old? Yes, I do. Would he add something to the squad? Potentially a bit of experience. Obviously, he's played right at the top. Could he have, a big part to play in the Premier League season for Leeds? Potentially, yeah. I mean, he's got quality. It'd be a bit of a marquee name, even though he is, still 34. Look, he had 285 appearances for Manchester United, scored 51 goals and adding a further 47 assists. It's not great out for that amount of, appearances, but I assume a lot of them would have been off the bench. He's clearly not top 6 quality. Could he do a job in the Premier League? I ask you that question. Yes, he's very old, but I think he could. I don't know how I feel about it, really. There's no transfer fee. If he was on a wage that was acceptable, could he work? Potentially. Apparently, teams in Saudi Arabia are looking at him and looking to give him a slight pay increase. He may feel that the age that he is, that suits him more. Maybe he wants to move away from England. I'm not too sure. I think it's a bit of a mad link, and it's probably one that's not going to go anywhere, right? But I wanted to give my opinion on the links to Juan Mata. And just have a laugh at some of the comments as well, because I'd imagine people see this and be like, are you having a laugh? Juan Mata, the guy's in a retirement home. But if you strip it back, would it be something you'd be willing to do? I do think Victor Orta would. It's definitely got shades of Victor Orta. We do seem to have learned our lesson not and are swimming in different circles. But I believe a conversation could be had with potentially with Victor. Say, look, what's he after? What's he wanting? He could fill another spot in midfield. It's another body. It's an improvement on the quality of the bench, although it might stifle some of the young uns. If the wage was acceptable, what are your thoughts? Let me know in your comments. It's a mad link, I can't lie, but let me know your thoughts in the comments. I mean, you could even look at him on a short-term deal, perhaps. I mean, if Rodrigo was to go, for example, to that team that we don't talk about, or if someone was in for Rodrigo, could he replace him in the setup? Potentially. Short-term deal, year, decent enough wages. I can't see Juan Mata wanting 100k. I don't, he's not going to get that, you know what I mean? But it still would be a large outlay. But if you were to move Rodrigo on potentially, which could happen, could Juan Mata fill his spot on a short-term basis? It's something worth considering. There's no smoke without fire, as we say. It may just be his father putting it out in the Spanish reports to move a team in Turkey along or to move the Saudi Arabian team along. Leeds United seem to get used quite a lot because we have such a big following. But let's wait and see. I want to know your thoughts in the comments. Would you be happy with Juan Mata as a signing? I think I would, I think I would. That's my thoughts on it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And yeah, make sure you check out the midweek fix a little bit later on. Thank you as always. Peace out. Leeds.